Words from wisdom. John chapter 14 verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go, I will receive you into myself. Right? I'm over here on a job site right now, guys. And, I'm just wondering when, if, where, if I'll receive a house like this, This is just a physical land, This is just a physical, oppressing land right now, It's hard working in this environment, guys, especially for Issachar, For those who, are scrolling by, are, in a time of need, we just got to keep getting back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, just as it says in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14 speaks on if we do these laws, statutes, and commandments, these curses will be lifted off from us from verses 15 through 68. And we just need to put all our mind, our hearts, our trust into the Most High. He will get us out of our oppression. Okay, this is a message, especially to Israel. All 12 tribes. We're suffering in these conditions right now, and we just need to like I said, focus on these laws, statutes, and commandments. Our forefathers, they broke all these commandments, and then we're suffering the curses. That's what brought us over here to the Americas, brought us over here to the islands, South America, all that stuff, That's why we've been put into these curses, and our oppressors have been ruling over us these last years, a long time. It's been a long time since they've been ruling over us, and due for our obedience, our disobedience, it led to a genocide of the Native Americans, almost being wiped off the earth, our brothers, with slavery, and back in 1619, when they got hung up on the trees, Christians, they would not hang up on the tree, the Spanish and American War, all that stuff, There's a lot of information that, that we're lacking, in the Bible, it's not a religious book, right? The Bible is not a religious book. It's a history book, from the past, the present, and to the future, And so that's what we need to focus on, fam. Is that we need to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. We need to have the testimony of Christ, We need to, when it comes to the Bible, the Holy Word, we need to read the Bible, We need to understand the Bible based off the precepts, And then after that, we need to live the Bible. We need to do the things that are inside the Bible, like the law, statutes, and commandments. And then after that, once you completed all those objectives, you start understanding the Word more, then you need to go out there and then you need to start teaching the Word to other people and start waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel, If you want to be a servant of God, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you want to be a servant of the Most High, you need to go out there and you need to look for the lost sheep, of the house of Israel and Jacob, You need to look for those people. Israel, that's our book. The Holy Bible, that's our book. We're the only ones who know how to understand it, teach it, and then so forth, A lot of these pastors in these schools, they lack the understanding, so that's why they go to these Bible seminary schools, and then they teach us that the law is done away with. We're able to eat pork. We're able to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and guess what? It's killing us slowly. It's putting us into a physical prison state, you know, like it's sin to do those things and eat them, you know. Going to Sunday church, you know, we're not even supposed to be going to Sunday church, you know. It's a worship of the sun, the sun god, you know. Back in the day, you know, we weren't supposed to be doing that, and when we did, you know, this punishment came, you know. If we were still applying the law, statutes, and commandments today, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be around today. Okay, that's a simple fact. But, you know, when Christ came, you know, he brought his grace, you know, but we still have to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, you know, of the Torah. You know, we need to keep that information no matter what, you know. And like I said, we know we need to teach this to the lost sheep, you know. I ran into this group called the World Missionary Church of God, you know, over there in, I think it was somewhere around in Denver. And, you know, there are some sisters, some Issacharites, you know. And, they came up to me and say, "Oh, do you want to have a Bible study?" I was like, "No, I'm good." And then we started going into their information, because, you know, I studied this New Age religion. You know, I'm not too fond of it. I don't like it. It's doctrines of devils. And when I say doctrines of devils, you know, they'll go out there and they'll teach you like, "Hey, you know, you know, we used to be in heaven, you know, now we're here on earth," and stuff like that. And so, you know, my mind started clicking. The Holy Spirit started giving me information, you know, and that's when I started going to Isaiah chapter 14, where it said that Lucifer, you know, he was up in heaven and then he got cast down on earth. So, you know, you get the big picture. You know, they're teaching doctrines of devils. You know, they come to you in kindness. They come to you in luxury and stuff like that. You know, they're trying to make money off you. They want you to serve this false Christ, this Korean guy who's a Gentile, you know. I just, you know, if the Most High gave me the power, you know, I would just, you know, just destroy that whole false religion. You know, it's keeping us in bondage. Same with Catholicism. You know, we got people praying to statues, worshiping Mary more than they're worshiping the Most High. People out there in these Christian churches are giving Christ more credit than they're giving the Father the credit, you know. Just a whole lot of confusion, you know. And on top of this, you know, Islam, you know, they're making us walk around this little Mecca stone and stuff like that, you know. That's part of our curses, fam. That's part of our curses, you know. We're not supposed to be doing stuff like that, you know. Like these brothers and sisters, you know, they're inside of these Muslim mosques and stuff like that, you know. They're praying to Allah, you know, which is a female deity, you know. That's why they worship around that stone, okay. They worship around the stone, you know. They'll literally just go like this. See, I'll get this rock real quick, or whatever rock I can get. See, they'll get a rock, like that's the rock over there in Mecca, and they'll just dance around it like this, okay. They'll just pray around it, and inside that rock, okay, inside that Mecca stone, they go inside this tent, okay, and then some of the people, they stick their heads inside of it. It's like a female genital section and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, it gets deep, guys. It gets real deep about this information that we're lacking. You know, Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge," you know. And then when we reject this knowledge, you know, that's when the Most High is going to reject us, okay. So eventually here soon, you know, when Mystery Babylon falls, you know, we'll be going into wildernesses like this, you know, trying to survive, you know, and stuff like that. But Mystery Babylon, America, okay, it's gonna fall. Donald Trump, you know, he's trying to make America great, okay. He's trying to make America great, and the only thing I see great about it is, you know, Israel's slavery. That's all I see, okay. You know, I'm going out there speaking to some of these brothers, you know, all they care about is the money. All they care about, you know, is this material things, you know. Who got the best Jordans? Who got the Rolexes? Who got the best snapback hat, you know? Who got the most tattoos? Okay, all kinds of stuff like that, guys. And the brothers and sisters, over there in the streets, they place all these tattoos, these liquor stores, these tobacco stores and stuff like that. They place them in these ghettos, that we can go to this stuff, especially the gun stores. If you ever notice, they place a lot of these type of stores over there in the ghettos, where we reside at, and stuff like that. And over here, I see brothers and sisters, from all different sorts of nations, especially the 12 tribes. I see them fighting over colors, like the Bloods and the Crips fighting over red and blue. And then you got the Norteños and the Sureños fighting over red and blue. And I see them over there tagging up places over there, like this is our hood, that's our hood. We're at the very low when it comes to that type of stuff, guys. Like literally, like, why are we defending trash when the whole place looks like trash? We're too royal for that. You know that, right? Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6 says, we are holy people. We are holy people. We're supposed to be above all these nations around here. Okay? The so-called blacks, the so-called Mexicans, the Native Americans, the other brothers and sisters from Panama to South America to the Caribbean islands, Puerto Rico, okay, the West Indies, the Jamaicans, the Cubans. We are all family, okay? I know we're not all going to click on the same page, but if we want to get out of this condition that we are in today, we have to come together, okay? We need to come through Christ first. We need to get water baptized, okay? Stop listening to these other people around here and say that, oh, we don't need water for our salvation. They're damn liars, okay? Other people out there, religions, they're teaching all that hell doesn't exist. Hell does exist. And I'm telling you, it's not in this condition we are in today, okay? Hell exists down there, okay? That's where hell exists, down in the pits, the earth's core and stuff like that, okay? Hell is real. You guys already know the parable between the rich man and Lazarus, right? That's some information about hell, okay? Hell is going to be way hotter than that sun right there, okay? Christ is, his brightness is going to be brighter than that sun right there, okay? But yeah, guys, this is just words from wisdom, like, we really need to, come together. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Have the testimony of Christ. Get water baptized. Preach that hell does exist, and it's not in the condition that you're in on earth. Okay? We're in this condition on earth because our forefathers were disobedient. Good little spider over here. Okay? When Adam and Eve, when they sinned, okay? When they sinned and then cursed everybody that comes out from Adam and Eve, when all that stuff happened, wicked came up on the earth, right? It says Job chapter 9 verse 24. The wicked will come around. When the wicked comes around, when we're cursed people, when sins abounds, that's why you go out into these forests and mosquitoes, they poke you. The snakes, rattlesnakes, the poisonous snakes, they bite you and you die. All the other carnivorous animals that need meat to survive, that was a part of the curse as well, due to sin. Okay? That was part of the curse as well. But when Christ comes back and when the righteous establish the government in this next kingdom, okay? There will be no more mosquitoes. There will no more need to be sacrificing animals to eat meat. You know, the lion will lay with the lamb, the wolf with the child, and they'll be all eating straw and hay. Okay? This is some knowledge that we just need to pay attention to. And I just pray that someone out there wakes up, you know, especially in these days, these moments, these hours. You know, it's only gonna get worse, fam. It's only gonna get worse. Okay? I just really pray that a lot of y'all wake up. Cause, you know, sooner or later we're gonna be hitting that wilderness here shortly. Okay? The nations are getting ramped up. America is just literally making enemies with everybody. You know, they're making enemies with China with the trading war. They're knocking on Venezuela's door, you know, making enemies with them, making enemies with Russia, downplaying and tricking us, you know. The war with Iran, okay, that one's going to be the one to collapse and make America fall, okay. Iran's not going to be no pushover, and no, I'm not no Muslim. It's this Bible prophecy, you know, Kwame Asharale, right? We will rise. We will rise during our righteousness. But I just want to give all praises to the Most High, Ahaya, Bashem Yeshaya, Rabbat Kadash, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And Kwame Asharale, rise, Israel, rise. It's time to rise. Let's link up. Come back together. Get those laws, statutes, and commandments. I know I said it multiple times just to get the message through you guys' ears, right? I love you guys. Shalom. And may the Most High bless you. And I'll see you on the next video.